Hello guys, welcome to a new video. So in this video we're gonna be doing an ultimate guide on how to play Strike Bakugo. Okay, so if this character Bakugo is your favorite character and you're really struggling how to play him, how to get good, then this video is meant for you. Like always, this video is not going to be much about the damage numbers. It's just going to be how to play this character specifically, how to understand his abilities and get good with the kit he has. Before I go in, I want to warn you guys that this character, he takes a lot of skill, guys, so you need to practice a lot before you actually start playing really well with his kit. So that's one thing to note. Alright, we're just going to go straight into the video first and talk about his abilities. You know, the first ability he has is the piercing shots, which is his alpha, which he uses his fingers to create a compact explosion and makes it go really further. If you've watched the anime, you have an idea of what this ability is supposed to be. Another thing you need to know about this alpha ability is that it goes through walls, so you can actually hit the enemies through walls if they're behind. And you see right there, I'm hitting him through the pillar and also through the ground. That's something you have to take note of and how when you're using this ability. Right. Next, we talk about his beta. Beta is some grenades, so you can pop out the grenades and do an explosion. And if you hold it down, you can actually see where you want it to go. So also one tip to know is when you aim the grenade pretty far, you gotta learn to know the range of how far the explosion goes. So like you see right there, it didn't get to the ground, it just exploded midair, you know, when it gets to the distance. So that's one thing you gotta know about when using this abilities. Also, another tip to know with his beta is if you hit 1, then it just does damage, but if you hit 2, it sends the enemies flying with a knockback attack. So you can use that to advantage to scatter enemies or to stun them or to chain more combos. So that's for the beta. Next, we'll go over to his gamma, which is a spin ability where he spins and lands with an explosion at the end of the spin right there. So that ability is really good for your close range attack. This ability is going to be your main form of attack at close range, and it really goes pretty far. Like right there, if you're far away like this, you can actually hold it down to go much further and hit the enemy wherever they are. So the higher the levels are, the further you can go with the gamma. So that's what you gotta know with Bakugo's main abilities. Next, we're gonna go into skills and techniques. So the first thing in skills and techniques is basically just know how to jump alpha. Can actually help you win a lot of fight in this game. The next one is Bakugo's melee. Alright, okay, Bakugo's melee isn't really good, so you don't want to commit to using his melee on the ground. If you want to use the melee with Bakugo, you always want to jump and melee, guys, and it's a lot better and a lot quicker, and you can actually change it into combos. Even sometimes while moving, you can move and jump melee to give yourself some extra boosted momentum. So Bakugo's jump melee is very good, but his regular melee is very bad, so take note of that one. The next one is the levels. Alright, getting levels. When you're leveling up this character, you want to go for your alpha first. Try to get your alpha to level 5. Next, get your beta to max, and then your gamma to max. Strike Bakugo used to do a lot of damage when the game first came out, so they nerfed him a lot to the point where at level 1, lower level, his alpha doesn't really connect well. So you need to be at least level 5 to be able to at least connect the alpha, because they kind of made it harder to hit. So you need to at least be at level 5. Next on the skills and techniques is the special action. So you gotta learn how to use the special action, right? Like, gotta learn how to be able to like face one direction, quickly use the special action to go up in the air and quickly face right back down and attack the enemy. So that is one thing, because Bakugo, majority of his combos rely on knowing how to use the special action properly. So that is the first thing you gotta do. Okay, another tip with the special action is, I see a lot of people, new players, when playing Bakugo, is when they play Bakugo, what they do is they use the 2 special action, and when they land, they have no movement and they're struggling to escape the enemies trying to roll. So instead, what you want to do is use one special action, make sure you get to the ground, try to roll for a bit, and then use your gamma to go further before you use the second special action. That way you can increase how far you can go in that ability. So basically that's it. Like, you want to use a special action, wait to land first and then use the second one. Don't try to chain both special action at the same time, otherwise you're just gonna waste all your special action slots. Okay, next we're gonna talk about combos you can do with Strike Bakugo and chain his abilities to do some extra damage. Okay, the first combo we're gonna talk about is the special action and the gamma combo. Okay, so basically that combo has you going up in the air with the special action and then using the gamma to hit the enemies from the air. Sometimes it misses when you use it, right? You can actually miss and not hit exactly where you want to go. But if you want to get really good with using this combo, the number one tip I'm going to tell you to do is, when you go up in the air with your special action, wait till you drop like a little bit down towards the ground, just a little bit, maybe halfway through, and then you want to start holding down the gamma. Okay, so if you go up in the air with your special action, you want to wait till you drop down a little bit and then you hold the gamma. That way you're a little bit closer to the ground, so you can actually target the enemies and it's a lot easier for you to hit the ground. But if you don't do it, you might just go past the enemies. Like you see, I missed right here. So make sure you take note of that. So that's the first combo. The next combo is the most common and the most important. Is just going up in the air with the special action and doing 2 betas, okay? Because using 2 betas simultaneously, like we said earlier, actually gets a knockback on the enemy. And sometimes you can get guard break if you have enough levels, but sometimes it's not enough doing only 2 betas to get guard break, okay? So that's why you need to chain into more beta combos, like going up in the air, doing 1 alpha and then 2 betas. So that's the extension of this combo. It's basically special action alpha then 2 betas, okay? If you spam alphas, it might also work before using 2 betas, but just watch out that the alpha doesn't get the knockback before you decide to use the beta on them. So it's 1 alpha and then 2 betas, okay? Third combo you can use is special action and then using beta and then gamma, okay? Or you can do special action alpha gamma. It's one of those two. Basically it's just like starting with either the alpha or the beta and ending with the gamma, okay? Instead of you waiting to drop closer to the ground, the time it takes for your character to drop close to the ground, you can be using the alphas during that time. So you already dropped halfway through the air and then you just continue with the gamma, so you don't have to wait to drop down halfway, okay? Try to understand how they work. So if you use the alpha and the 2 betas, you can't do gamma anymore because the 2 betas already got the knockback, so they won't take any damage from your gamma. But if you do 1 beta, you still have enough chance to do the gamma, okay? And if you do 2 alphas, you still have enough time to do the gamma, okay? So you got to take note of that one. Okay, so guys, the last combo we want to take note of is the jump melee gamma combo. So basically, if you're on the ground, there's enemy close to you, if you jump and hit them with that jump melee kick, you can instantly press the gamma and get an instant guard break, guys. So this combo really comes in clutch. You know, if you're chasing some, you can just jump melee and then press gamma instantly, you get the guard break, okay? You can instantly down someone doing that as well, so good thing. But I wouldn't lean too much on this one because sometimes you might risk getting yourself hurt. But if you know how to pull this one off for enemies that are trying to escape you or trying to like be too aggressive, you can just jump melee and then use the gamma to get the instant guard break, okay? Try to focus on learning how to use your gamma at close range. It's gonna pay off way more. Okay, the reason why I said you need to level up the alpha, the betas and the gamma in that order is because if you look at the beta at max level, you notice that the beta has a bigger range of where the bomb is going to explode. There are times when you're getting chased at close range by multiple enemies, right, where you missed your gamma. You can also use the beta at close range, right, hitting twice quickly to get that knockback and keep the enemies off you. So having that big range guarantees you protection at close range if enemies are too close. Promise you, if you know how to use this bomb at close range, you know, it can come really in handy. But sometimes it comes out slow, so you have to jump when using it, right? Having that beta maxed out can really help you survive a lot better. And because that combo of going up in the air into betas is the most common, it's the most one you're going to be using in intense situations, you know, because you can just quickly do a lot of damage without putting yourself at risk. So that's why you need to get that beta to max. And a lot of the combos I mentioned earlier can still be done on the ground, yeah, so you can still do the combo in that same order. Basically, whatever you know how to do in the air, you should regularly just repeat that same process in the ground. That's the thing, you just gotta understand how the flow works for the combo and master it in the air, because that's the place it's gonna pay off more. Alright guys, so that's it for the video, guys. I hope this video really helped you out to understand how to play Bakugo, and I hope now you're gonna get that win with Bakugo you've always wanted. If this video really helped you out, guys, make sure to leave a comment about it, and if there's anything else I left out, guys, please also leave a comment too on that. Thanks for making it to the end, guys, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna do more videos and more tips, and I'll see you guys in the next one.